Leicester like nothing more than to take on the big boys here at Filbert Street and to embarrass them. They've made it a frequent habit of theirs, and the largest clubs in England fear their visits here. Always a full house today, just a shade over 22,000. Fairly partisan crowd, particularly in that double-decker stand behind the right-hand goal. And here's Ryan Giggs for Manchester United, who kick off in third place in the English Premier League table. There's Beckham. Nice turn by Cotti. Brought in to lend some experience to the Leicester cause. 33 now, Tony Cotti. Steve Guppy, one of those brought from Wycombe by Martin O'Neill. And it was worth a go in the end. It seemed innocuous when he let fly. But a fair whistle past Schmeichel's post. It's a wake-up call for Schmeichel, who's just returned this week from a holiday in the Caribbean. Giggs. Went down, but there's no free kick forthcoming from the referee, Steve Dunn. Roy Keane. We've had many memorable meetings, these two sides. Alec Ferguson locking horns with Martin O'Neill. They drew 2-2 at Old Trafford on the opening day of the season. Leicester were 2 up with 11 minutes to go through Heskey and Cotti. It took late goals from Sheringham and Beckham to steal a point for Manchester United. Jesper Blomqvist. Outside him is Irwin. This is Beckham. Giggs. Blomqvist. Held up and held off by Lennon. Here's Irwin. Chance now, Dwight York. Manchester United in front at Filbert Street after just 11 minutes. Casey Keller well beaten. Didn't help that two Leicester players collided. Maybe one of them should have been marking York. Beckham, and a free header. Ryan Giggs arriving. And Casey Keller, grateful to be able to save. It was a lovely ball in by David Beckham. Wes Brown. Beckham, Alec Ferguson has drilled into his players in the run-up to this game, above many others, that Leicester are not a side you could afford to take lightly. Keane used to play just down the road at Nottingham Forest. Blomqvist. Cut out by Lennon. Keane. Beckham to strike. He said he was really looking forward to this game because he's been given that central role alongside Roy Keane. He's made his name on the right side of midfield, but much prefers it in the middle. Feels he can dictate the pace of a game. Zagorakis on the seat of his pants. Uncompromising defender, Yapstam. For Lennon. Now it's Guppy. Neil Lennon. Good ball in for his hits. Out came Schmeichel. At speed. It's very so good. And they'll miss him come the season's end, Manchester United, when he leaves the club. Just a slightly heavy first touch from Is it allowed Schmeichel his chance. Keane. Steve Walsh intercepted twice, and Manchester United must accept a throw. Sun is a problem for those Leicester defenders in this first half. It's the very bright winter sun. Here's Giggs, trying to disguise the pass to Dwight York. Instead it's Ullathorne for Leicester. Beckham. Manchester United beaten just once in their last 8 English Premier League games. That was the match against Middlesbrough. 3 defeats so far. But here's Jesper Blomqvist with a chance for a second, and Cole, and the block was by Izzet. And he was all that stood between Manchester United and a second goal. Owen. Giggs. Blomqvist. It's behind for a goal kick. Leicester defending doggedly. And this was perhaps their best bit of defending by Izzet. Zagorakis. Lennon. To Guppy. They're so well drilled, Leicester. Every player knows their individual job. Here's Zagorakis, room for a shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by the captain of Greece, Theo Zagorakis. That would grace any game. Martin O'Neill up off the bench, as is his wont. At moments of both triumph and trauma, and this definitely fits into the triumphant category. That was a blast from the thick end of 30 yards. And Leicester are level. Phil Neville doing some warming up for Manchester United. He's on the bench as defensive cover today. Wes Brown. York waiting for a runner. That runner is Keane. Steve Walsh did just enough. Leicester do lack pace at the back. Likes of Walsh and Taggart are doughty defenders, but they're hardly quick. Taggart. Walsh. Cottee in front of Berg and in front of Brown. Guppy's cross. Oh, what a chance for Pontus Cormac. Would, from Leicester's point of view, that it had fallen to a striker rather than a defender. Cormac has never scored for the club. It's his 64th game, and he should be off the mark now. Well, this is panning out more or less as was predicted. A really good tussle. Here's Wilson. Big day for him. Stuart Wilson, Leicester born, 21 years of age. His only previous start was at Chesterfield in a League Cup tie. And with the whistle imminent, a chance for Leicester to put their noses into a half-time lead. Be typical of them if they managed it. Guppy. At the second attempt, Schmeichel held on. Well, that's been a really entertaining half. Plenty to admire in the work ethic of Leicester City and in the attitude and application of Manchester United, who know that nothing will come easily at Filbert Street for them. Dwight York with a goal after 11 minutes. Well taken, although he was left all on his own. And then a booming drive from Theo Zagorakis that lifted most of the 22,000 present off their seats. Terrific entertainment, and all square at half-time. 1-1. A change by Manchester United. Phil Neville spent much of the latter stages of the first half warming up, and he's replaced Wes Brown. This is Irwin. And now it's Henningberg. Manchester United looking for consecutive Premier League wins for the first time in 3 months. And having overcome West Ham 4-1 last weekend, they're in a position to end that run, which has concerned Alec Ferguson. He feels it shows a lack of consistency. John Robertson and Steve Walford, ever-present companions of Martin O'Neill down there. Irwin's continued his run, and he's faced by Jerry Taggart, and that will be a Manchester United corner. Applause from the travelling supporters in that far corner for Beckham as he comes across and takes it short to Giggs. Goalkeeper held on very well. Much underrated, the American Casey Keller. Rarely lets anyone down. Giggs. There's one for Cole to chase, and he's in. Andy Cole, oh, finishes beautifully. Just as he's done in the past for Newcastle, and so many times now for Manchester United. There's an air of certainty about his approach to scoring goals. Never expects to miss. 15 goals apiece for Messrs York and Cole this season. And Manchester United in front for a second time. Is it? Guppy! Kicked away by Stam. And he's found Beckham. And Lennon is herring back to try and make a challenge. It's too late. Cole. Irwin. York. Fending off Walsh. Phil Neville. Keane. Blomqvist. Came off the referee. It's fortuitous for Manchester United. Beckham. Just as well from Steve Dunn's point of view that nothing came from that. Martin O'Neill arrived 4 days before Christmas in 1995. And what a present to the Leicester fans he's proved to be. Berg's foul on Cottee. Walsh forward. This is Guppy. One of the best crosses of a ball in the Premier League. And he can shoot too. Prefers it on his left, but his right is a decent weapon. Blomqvist. Levin. Taggart. Walsh dispossessed by Beckham. Here's Keane. There are men over for Manchester United. Palmed away by Keller. And Manchester United are beginning to look ominously strong. Is it? We've played for exactly an hour. Guppy. Zagorakis, it wasn't going to happen twice. Blomqvist. Outside him is Irwin. Three waiting. Blomqvist's cross. Comes to Cole. He would expect to score from there, certainly. Talked before about this expectation that he has, that he will convert every chance. Some are more convertible than others. And this one was very convertible. Lovely spin by York. Here's Andy Cole in again. Scores again. Simple as you like. Casey Keller left horribly exposed. And the smiles on the Manchester United faces might suggest they think the job is nearly done. From perhaps Alan Shearer, there is no more reliable goal scorer in the English Premier League than Andy Cole. Zagorakis. Hinted handball there by Phil Neville. Leicester are just getting on with it. It's Cormack. Lennon. Leicester ball. Isak wants it played now, and he is onside. He was leaning backwards, Tony Cottee. Another big game coming up next for Leicester City. Second leg of the League Cup semi-final here. 2-1 up against Sunderland, but it looks likely that they'll head into it on the back of a league defeat. Dennis Irwin. Oh, and York's in here, and the goalkeeper got lost, and from a very tight angle, Dwight York has bagged his second, and that's very probably game over. Harsh on a goalkeeper who by and large has been blemish free this season. But the Premier League is a tough environment in which to play, and Manchester United lead 4-1 now. What will frustrate Leicester is that usually sides have to work hard to score against them, and that one, relatively speaking, was a gift. Jim Ryan alongside Alec Ferguson on the bench. Parker. Beckham. It's down to Blomqvist. Gary Parker. Keane. Blomqvist trying to release Cole. Parker. Walsh goes up, comes to Guppy, and Walsh, well, he's almost embarrassed to claim it. No question it was a shot from Guppy, and it just hit Steve Walsh, who had his chance already, and plopped over the line. Shouldn't alter the outcome of the game. within reach for Schmeichel, but still in play. Phil Neville sorts that out, and it's a corner. Well, it would be the most unlikely of comebacks. 4-1 down, it's now 4-2. There's an appeal for handball against Beckham. It was certainly awkward. And Cole is free. Now it's Blomqvist. Now it's Dwight York. Point blank range. Makes that a good save by Keller. This is a familiar pattern. Manchester United controlling a game well in front. Opposition chasing it, leaving gaps at the back. Lennon. Irwin. Weak header by Walsh. Here's Cole, and York has a hat-trick. Well, fine margins in this game. The shot had been 3 inches lower, it would have been Andy Cole celebrating a treble. But as it is, it's Dwight York's turn, and he will take the match ball home with him this evening. 5-2 to Manchester United. And in this second half, they've really turned on the style. Giggs. York. Blomqvist. That's a corner. It's the look of defeat. Oh, there's Stam! 6 now for Manchester United. And the smile recognises the fact that it is the big Dutchman's first goal for the club. Forwards finish too. Beautifully found by Beckham. Well, this has been a virtuoso display by Manchester United, who knew they were under threat when they arrived at Filbert Street today, knew they'd be pressurised and tested. That's offside against Muzzy, is it? And they have responded magnificently well. On the front foot from the off. And they've repelled just about everything that Leicester have been able to throw at them. It's a spectacular win for Manchester United. Leicester gave it everything and it simply wasn't enough. 2 goals for Andy Cole, a hat-trick for Dwight York, the garnish at the end from Jaap Stam. Manchester United looking ominously strong to come to Leicester and win 6-2, sends out a message to the rest of the Premier League. Today, they were simply too good.